Subject is a stone foundation. Rural Manitoba. No road access for 11 miles in any direction. The foundation measures 14 feet by 9 feet. Cut limestone. The nearest limestone deposit is 400 miles southeast. A provincial land survey from 1908 is the earliest record. Survey notation reads, quote, structure present, unquote. No further comment. Local municipal records contain no building permit, no demolition permit, no tax assessment. The foundation has no legal history. It was never built. It was never approved. It was never owned. The grass around it grows normally, completely normally. That is worth noting because the foundation sits in otherwise undisturbed prairie. Everything around it behaves as though it belongs there. The foundation was first flagged by the index on a date that cannot be reconciled with available system logs. The entry creation timestamp reads 6 digits where 5 are expected. This has not been addressed. Cross-reference notes link this subject to INDEX-01145. INDEX-01145 is archived. Its observation window predates recorded human history. No further details on INDEX-01145 are available at this clearance level. Returning to the subject, soil samples taken from inside the foundation in 2019 show standard mineral composition, standard calcium content, standardite nitrogen levels, standard organic matter. Every measurement is exactly at the regional median, not close, not approximate, exactly at the median. All 14 samples, every single one. In March of 2020, a graduate student from the University of Winnipeg visited the foundation as part of unrelated field work. She was studying pollinator migration. She had no prior knowledge of this subject. She spent 40 minutes at the site, standard visit duration. During her time inside the foundation perimeter, she reported feeling that the space was familiar. She described it as like returning to a room you grew up in. She had never been to Manitoba before. She sat down on the north wall and remained there for 11 minutes without moving. Her GPS unit logged her position during this period as coordinates that do not exist in the current mapping system. The coordinates resolve to nothing. They are valid formatting. They point nowhere. The graduate student left the site at 3:22 p.m. She returned to her vehicle. She drove back to Winnipeg. She completed her field work. She submitted her thesis 7 months later. It contains no mention of the foundation. In a personal journal entry dated the evening of her visit, she wrote, quote, "I keep thinking about the house," end quote. There is no house. There has never been a house on this foundation. The index notes a secondary classification for this subject. CX6, substrate resonance. The definition for CX6 is not included in current documentation. It is, however, cross-referenced to a classification guide that the index filed before the current observation window began. Before any current observation window began, the index has observed the foundation for longer than it has observed any human subject in the current registry. The exact duration is not available because the entry creation date remains unresolved. The 6-digit timestamp has not been corrected. No correction has been requested. The foundation does not change. It does not erode. Limestone erodes. This limestone does not. The grass continues to grow around it as though it has always been there, as though it was always going to be there. The index classifies this subject as unknown. This is the first entry where that classification has been used. It will not be the last. Status, pending review, cross-reference. Index 00002. Status of Index 00002. Archived. Archived is not the same as resolved.